Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is the Sisquiede. I got it Wednesday night, but I was having a really hard time getting a good round with it, so I decided to just give it up about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and, just give it another try the next afternoon. And Thursday afternoon worked out pretty well. Took me a few tries to get a good round, but after I took a break and had something to eat and went back, I guess I was just relaxed enough that, that let me do it. But yeah, it's an interesting machine. It's in its, primary use, it is basically a support sniper. It is, as you can see, has fairly long range, has a stun on hit beam. It has a burst fire beam that can stun if all the shots hit, I believe. It also has a chargeable mega cannon, which takes about 10 seconds to charge. And you're going to see me here basically picking a really bad spot to try and charge it. But the other special ability it has built into its gun is an eye field launcher, or an eye field emitter, I think is a better way to put that. And basically makes you extremely beam resistant while you're waiting for the charge, among other things. I mean, you can just activate it at any time it's charged, but yeah, since it lasts about as long as the 10-second charging time on the Mega Launcher, it's a good combination, I feel like. And yeah, as you can see, I just totally tanked that shot from the Full Armor 7th Gundam because my eye field was up. So that is, it is a for real eye field, and yeah, it just stops beams, which is kind of what you need. I just activated Defense Mode 2. You get to activate Offense Mode once per life. If you have more than 30% of your health, you get Offense Mode 1, which ups your melee priority and gives you an attack and speed boost. Offense Mode 2, when you're at 30% or lower, repairs your head and legs, gives you a attack, defense, and speed boost. And I'm not sure if it boosts your priority any further, but you do get double dodge roll. So, and here comes a Red Rider in on me, which kind of a problem, but I'm just going to pull back. And yeah, it took me a while to just get to a good map and a good team, because honestly, there was one of the sets of cues this evening was Arctic Base 550. This is a 550 support, I should have mentioned before. But yeah, Arctic Base 550, not a good place for this thing. It can, activate its special abilities to give it some hope of fighting up close. But it's not exactly reliable, especially since you have to be low on health anyway to use it. I know it would not be a particularly logical thing to give it, but I feel like a little bit of healing when it goes into one of its into offense mode 2 would also be warranted. Also, I think a good choice would be to make the Mega Launcher charge faster when you're in offense mode, but that's just me. It works fairly well. I just had a really hard time getting a good round with it. That's so, just I would not mind seeing it buffed further. A lot of things, as I mentioned before, got buffed this month. They buffed 11 different suits. And yes, with 12 health, I managed to land the tackle on that Red Rider. I'm very happy with that. Decided to downswing. It seemed like it was the most reliable way to actually hit something. I know the Red Rider's going to be coming after me. This time, I think the counter technically worked because it fell over, but I still took the damage, so I died. But I got a couple of shots in on somebody else as I was retreating, so not a bad first life, I don't think. So got a kill, did some damage, actually made use of basically everything the thing can do. So that's one of the reasons I chose this round. The other one being just something that kind of amused me, which is about to happen right now. That Full Armor 7th Gundam there is one that I have hit with the big beam launcher once already. I have used the eye field launcher to block its shot, just like that. And apparently that was so frustrating that that after I tagged them, they just left. So, maybe they had connection problems. Maybe they just had enough. However that goes. Yeah, they quit and just, kind of just, I thought it was funny. So, the enemy team now no longer has a support. We already had a fairly decent lead. And they actually are going to mostly catch up to us at some point, and I'm going to have to send some sorries in a minute. Like that. And yeah, so looks like they got whatever that was, and so far so good with 2.5 minutes to go, 9,200 to 5,800, and I think this is the point at which somebody decides to bomb the base, and honestly, I feel like this is a good, this is a good situation to bomb the base in, especially if the rest of your team is not going to go toe-to-toe with the enemy team, us, but, is going to stay at a distance. Because, if they decide to move in, we now outnumber them 2-1, as opposed to, they're down 2 people instead of down 1, not 2-1. That's slightly different. 5-3 is still, pretty close to that, though. But yeah, so managed to get the big beam launcher going. Using the I-field launcher, figured I could just walk around the corner and successfully tank something. I tanked one thing, but you kind of can't use it to tank beam saber shots. Though if it were a proper I-field, I'm pretty sure it would deflect beam sabers, because an I-field is what holds a beam saber blade together and what repels an opposing beam saber blade. So yeah, my I-field should, technically speaking, just bounce sabers off my face when it's active. That'd be cool. But, just use the bounce animation for anybody who tries to hit me while the I-field is active. That would be neat. But, yeah, and I'm just going to, that person I think was almost, or was out of boost, so, and now I'm shooting at a piece of debris because I can't see through the smoke. Did figure it out and shot around it and got some damage in. But yeah, I like this thing. It's not bad at all. And it's just, having some SD Gundam G generation options here opens up yet more things to be in the game, possibly. So, I would love to just see Gundam Battle Operation go on, for a very long time and be the Omni UC game with everything conceivable in it. That would just be fun. But, let's see, 20-some seconds left. We have all caught this one person, and to be honest, they got a little bit, I want to say disorganized at the end. And I ignored the person behind me, which was foolish. But yeah, they got a little disorganized at the end, but they had a chance to catch up if they'd been able to stay grouped and concentrated a little bit better. But as it is, we managed to win by about the same lead we had, I think, before the base went off. A base bomb went off, so, that's fair. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the Sisquiede. I'd like to, one day maybe it will get even fancier, but for now, I think, now that I'm figuring out the best times to use, the I-field generator, it's doing pretty well for me. So, that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! But yeah, I mentioned that the katakana were not helpful. As someone in my comments mentioned, the katakana suggests a totally different word or combination of words of Sisquiede for the title, which would be, potentially, I think, Italian or Latin. But yeah, I have no idea what this word is or what. Or, what it's, what, if the name even means anything. It's a Gundam name, who knows? A lot of those don't mean anything, and a lot of those look like they don't mean anything, and then wind up being, like, references to incredibly obscure things. But, man, if we've got this, maybe we can get the Kikiroga next, and see how that would be spelled.